Okay, good morning, air signs. Had to get up early this morning to get y'all in. Been a little busy this week, so I apologize. Okay, so let's burn a little sage and get started. This is for the air signs, people that are in the air element this week, either in your element as an air sign or in the element of air. Which is processing things, coming up with new ideas, communicating effectively. And let's burn a little incense too. Gotta set the mood. And I was kind of meditating a little bit, getting prepared for this reading. And I was inspired to put on my little snake earrings. I feel like right now, in this air element, we're going through a death of some sort, whether it's experiencing a physical death around us or just a spiritual death and rebirth. Because snakes, people always say snakes are like bad, but it's very transformative energy. And I feel like that's where the air signs, the air element is within this week, like acting on that rebirth and those new thought processes. So let's see what the cards say. I use these Osho Zen cards. Y'all want to come out this morning? Okay. So air element. Sorrow. Yeah, that's kind of like equivalent to the Nine of Swords in the tarot deck. This one just kind of popped out, and that kind of aligns with what I was saying. The Sorrow card. It's like this death is happening, so it's like mourning. It's a mourning happening. Sometimes it can be a good thing on the other side of death. It just depends on how you embrace it. If you stay in that the depths. If you stay in that, then you're not allowing the rebirth to happen. So you have to go through the transformation. You can't stay in the death, The death is necessary, but the rebirth is also a part of that. It's one and the same. The only one of these that came out in the upright was totality. So to me, that kind of speaks on being in totality and what you feel and what you think, being all in pretty much. You can't be halfway in, halfway out. The next to that is the comparison card, and this is like a bamboo and a tree, like next to each other. And although they're both considered trees, they're totally different in their composition, in their purpose, and there's no comparison. So it's like comparing what you were before this death happened and this transformation happened and what you're going to be after. It's kind of one and the same, because you still hold the characteristics of who you were, but it's now time to embrace who you are becoming. Because if you don't allow that, then you're stagnating your growth. You can't compare the past to the future, because it's going to be totally different. But you can't be who you are in this future self or this present self without acknowledging who you were in the past and learning from that and understanding that, but not wanting to stay that. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of projections happening. Like, I'm seeing like a pink aura, like a reddish aura. So, and then I'm wearing red. So it needs to be a grounding, so that it's a pure understanding coming forth within how you're projecting what you're feeling in the inside, because you don't want to project the old wounds and the old things that are no longer serving you. You want to project a new, bright will on your life. It's like moving up from the root chakra into the sacral and the solar plexus. Kind of merging in, because like the solar plexus is like the center. It's like really our brain. This is not, I mean, it is our brain, but the will is what drives us, our confidence, our, courage to move forward and to overcome challenges. And if you can't move past that root, move through the root into that will, it's like you can't move into the heart space of what you're truly desiring in the heart space. And you're going to be stagnant, You're just going to be in that sacral area with the codependency, and it's not going to be healthy, because you're not moving into a more confident you. So let's clarify. And look who shows up. The Death card. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of bright. But that's the Death card. And that came right up under the projections. So it's like, let the shit die. Let it fall off. You know what I mean? Don't be scared of transformation. Don't be scared to create new foundations. And under this totality card, we have the Page of Cups. So it's like putting forth that, baby steps towards new emotional fulfillment. But step in it fully. You don't have to be forceful in it, but take baby steps. It's like you're having to align yourself with what you want, as far as balancing both sides of you, the old you and the new you. It's like a merging happening, because like when a snake transforms and sheds its skin, it's not a totally different snake. It's just becoming a fresher, new version of itself and merging with the new skin. The old skin has to go away, and the new skin is like a a new chance to, it's like a new chance to live in new skin, you know what I mean? But still still appreciate the old skin. I keep getting like, don't compare the past to now, because that was relevant, you know? It had purpose. And share your story. I've been inspired to do that recently. I feel like that's very healthy when you're able to, you know how they say, well, you know you're over something when you're able to talk about it. So that's very healthy to share your story, whether it's with, you know, people close to you or over the social media or whatever, like a platform. Just being able to be you with no inhibitions and no, you know, loving all parts of yourself, you know, the darkness, the ugliness, the beautiful parts, but just loving it. Yeah, sometimes we feel like I feel like this inner feminine energy of this intuitive, you know, this intuitiveness of where the value actually lies in life. This is becoming more apparent to you. And so that's why the shedding is necessary, because your values have changed. And it's okay, because growth happens that way. If you're not growing, then you're not changing. And change is necessary in growth. So, yeah, it's like understanding what you need in order to grow properly. So this holding on to what you think of having it all really means is being cut and diced and chopped. And yeah, it's time to take action. Like the grounded part is like, okay, we've been grounded enough. We've been doing our root work. And now it's time to start moving through and putting the root work into action, into some creative endeavors, or creating a life that's sustainable for the new you, and letting the death happen. You're gonna have like this new foundation is gonna be everything you're looking for if you allow this death to happen. But you have to understand how communication is a very big part of that. Understanding and communication is a huge part of growth. Because if you can't express who you are and what you want, then, you know, it's gonna lay dormant, you know? So let's get one oracle card just for advice for the air element. Oh, we're 15 minutes in. Let me hurry up. Oh, I got the storm warning and adjacent possibilities. So yeah, get out of your damn head. You got options. Get out of your head. You have options. Oh, you can't see it. The light's too bright. But get out of your head. Like, there are so many possibilities ahead of you. And if you just like take one, you don't know where it's gonna lead. Like, it can lead to a whole new world. But just make those steps. It's time to take action. Get off your ass. Make a decision. All right. Y'all have a good one.